and welcome to another Vlogmas video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. I have got a Christmas t-shirt on, it looks like I haven't. It says Santa is a feminist. River Island last year, if you're wondering. Today I'm in a very good mood because I'm filming one of my favourite videos that I film throughout the whole year. This is one of my favourite videos ever to film, and it is my Things That I Love video. This is the third year that I've done this, and it started off as a, I think it started off as a Thanksgiving tag, so people talking about things that they were thankful for, and I sort of adapted it and turned it into Things That I Love because I love talking about things that I love. So I've just sat and watched back my video from 2016 and my video from 2017 and made a note of the things that I loved that year, those years, and then just made a list of the things that I love this year, and it's just it just brings so much joy and happiness to my life to do this. And yeah, I've picked 24 things that I love, one for each day in Vlogmas, and I'm going to kick straight off because we've got a lot to get through, guys, of the first thing that I love, which is my reading chair. So my reading chair is a chair that I normally film in when I'm over there. It's my big yellow wingback chair from IKEA. I've got a footstool to go with it, and when it's over by the bookshelf, I basically film in it. I don't really do anything else in it apart from that. Now, because we've had Christmas and we've moved things about, so the table's normally in here and we've moved the chair there and the table's now in front of the bookshelves, we've put the chair next to the sofa and facing the telly. So of an evening now, I've been sitting in what David and I have now called Nanny's chair, and I've been sat there with my pillows behind my back, the blanket on, my feet on the footstool, just having a wonderful, wonderful time. And I've always loved the aesthetic look of that chair and enjoyed seeing it in my videos and seeing it in front of my bookshelves, but I have got some real comfort out of it this month, and I think I'm going to be hard pushed to move it back in front of the bookshelves next month when I go back to when normal service resumes. But yeah, I really, really love that chair, and it just brings me, just the bright yellow colour of it just makes me feel so happy, and now that it's super comfy, double fun times. The second thing is my birthday. So this year of all years has been the year that I've absolutely fallen in love with my body. This is something that has sort of begun when I was around 30. I started feeling differently about my body. I'd always forever been on diets and just trying to make myself look a way that I'd sort of been conditioned to believe that my body should look. And since I hit my 30th birthday, sort of things started happening where I was like, oh, maybe I don't have to be a size 10. And this year it's just been a whole entire year of just embracing the way that I look, loving life, loving wearing clothes that I think look great on me, and just feeling fantastic. Finally, also, I feel like people in my life have sort of realised that going on a diet and losing weight is not a really important thing for me to do. So yeah, that's sort of this year. I feel like there's been less talk of like, oh, we shouldn't eat that and blah blah blah. Like, I really feel like I'm so in love. I've never been more in love with my body than I have this year, and it's just been fantastic. The third thing is candles. Now, I can't believe I haven't mentioned candles before because I really love candles. This year I seem to have been buying a lot more candles from TK Maxx and Home Sense. I've been loving the brand DK Home, I think DW Home it's called, and they do sort of little £3 candles, big £6 candles, and massive £12 candles with really great scents, and I've just been loving having them. And there's just something about a room when you've got a candle lit, the scent and the sight of a flame flickering just amps up the coziness so much. So candles is also something that I love. Number 4 is dancing. Dancing has always been something that I've really enjoyed watching. I think I've mentioned it before in one of these videos how much I love watching people dance, it be on Strictly Come Dancing or just seeing people having a little boogie at a party. But this year David and I started dance lessons, which has been fantastic. Sadly, we've been on a bit of a hiatus. David was away for basically every weekend in November, and then it's been Christmas and December and Christmas, and we just haven't had a chance, but we're going to get straight back on it in January. Okay, Minnie. And we've been learning ballroom and Latin dancing, and we've just been having such a lovely time. We don't ever leave that dance lesson without a massive smile on our faces. We've been loving it. It's just been such a nice thing to take an hour each week just to have a little dance, and it's given David's always enjoyed watching Strictly Come Dancing, but now he feels like he enjoys it even more because he's able to sort of see the styles that we've been dancing in our dance lessons. And yeah, it's just been fantastic. I can't recommend enough how much fun it is to go and do some dancing. And next year we think we're going to continue with our one-on-one lessons, but we're also going to start maybe going to some social dances and stuff, because we're not quite at that level yet, but eventually we will be, and we'll be able to go along there and just whack out a waltz. Imagine. Number 5 is the month of January, which is unusual. A lot of people hate January. However, I always maintain that I find it quite do I want to use the word stimulating? stimulating. I always feel like January I make plans and targets and start projects and things like that, and that is something that I mentioned last year. But January, this is being specifically mentioned because I feel like it's a clean slate. I really love a clean slate in the way that I love a new notebook and I love a new diary. I love a clean slate. In January, when I reset my Goodreads target and I think about what I'm going to be doing that year with my channel and things like that, it's just a really, really great month for me. And sort of like wearing stuff that I got for Christmas and reading books that I got for Christmas and rearranging the house to fit in things that I got for Christmas. And yeah, I'm always really sad to take Christmas down because I just get so used to it. I mean, look at it, it looks fantastic. But yeah, January for me is a very much enjoyable month, which I know is hashtag unpopular opinion. The next thing is things arranged by colour. Now this has started with my bookshelves. It's something I saw in Pinterest where my books are arranged by the colour of their spine. So I've got a white section, I'm looking over there now, white section, red section, orange section, white section, pink, purple, blue, green, cloth bound classics, and then another blue. But I just love things organised by colour in general. So if I ever see a sort of like ornaments on the shelves that are all one colour, or dresses hanging on a rail that are all one colour, something I did earlier this year as well was to arrange my wardrobe by colour. And I just really, really love organising things by colour. The next thing is the beach in the winter. David and I are very fortunate enough to live quite close to the beach, and my favourite season in general is winter, but my favourite time to enjoy the beach is the winter, when you can get all bundled up and wrapped up in a hat and scarf and a big coat and go and have a beach walk. We have a couple of beach walks coming up where we do sort of like, we'll go in probably on Christmas Day, and we also do a New Year family walk where my whole family gets together, kids, dogs, family, everyone. We all go for a nice long walk along the beach, and my nan's actually got a bench up there. My nan passed away not last year, the year before, and we got a bench as a sort of memoriam to her, so we can go out there and have a little sit and just chill out, which is lovely. And we walk down to that bench as a family and then back up again and go and have some mince pies and stuff at my auntie's house. So the beach during the winter is another favourite of mine. The next thing is the view from my office, which I haven't got a photo of, so I can only tell you in words. I work at a hospital, and I work in quite an old building which used to be a residence building for doctors and things. I'm very fortunate to have a window because, let me tell you, I've worked in the NHS for 12 years. 12 years. And some of my offices have not had windows, but the last job that I've been in within the NHS, I've had this gorgeous view. The hospital that I work at is on top of a hill, and I can look out and see loads and loads of rows of houses, and I've got beautiful trees out there and you can see through the trees, and yeah, it's just a real nice thing. I enjoy my job anyway. I love working for the NHS, and I love working, I've got some good work pals. But that view out of my window is really something special. I really do enjoy looking at that view out of my window. The next thing is seeing people reading. So whether this be on the tube, just someone in a library or a bookshop just reading, I love seeing people reading. It makes me really, really happy. And I also love having a little peek at what they're reading. So if ever I'm on the tube and I see someone, or if we've been on holiday and I've seen someone reading, I'm like, oh, what are they reading? I just love seeing people reading. It's just such a nice thing to see. The next thing I like is seasonal food. So this may be like a sort of a Christmas sandwich or a summer fruit juice blend. I just love, I'm an absolute shopper's like what am I? I'm an absolute shopper's dream. Like, if you've put the word summer punch in front of something, or autumnal soup, I'm gonna be there for it. I really, really love things like that. The next thing is escape rooms. This is something that we have done, I feel like we've done these twice this year. Escape rooms are a sort of puzzle room where you get put in a room and you have a whole host of puzzles to solve with a group of you, and then you get an hour to do that. We did one last weekend. We did the Christmas escape room, which was really fun. You had to find Santa's reindeers carrots and put them in a special order in time to help Santa escape from the chimney. We've done a pirates themed one as well, and they're just real like adrenalising fun things to do in a group of people. Both times I've done it with my family, but hopefully in the new year I'm going to be going with some work people. David doesn't love them, so he really enjoyed the Christmas one though, but I tend to have to go with people who aren't David, so I'm going with some work friends, and yeah, I just really love them, and I just love the sort of feeling of being adrenalised, and I feel like I'm on the Crystal Maze or something. Maybe I should do the Crystal Maze one, who knows. The next one is embracing Halloween and autumn. So Halloween has also always been something that David and I have been a bit like, we don't really like Halloween. Neither of us watch scary films, and we wouldn't be interested in going to like some of these scare runs and things like that. But this year we sort of made Halloween our own. We got a lot of pumpkins. We went to a pumpkin patch. We decorated the window here with some garlands which had pumpkins on, and got lots of little fairy lights and things like that. We watched Hocus Pocus, and we just made of it what we would. And I'd never decorated for autumn before, which was really nice. I got some I had lots of little ornaments like some toadstools and some pine cones and things like that, and it just felt really cozy. It was just sort of like bringing, I love decorating for Christmas, you can see, and it was just like a sort of spurt, like just like an early something to decorate for, and I really enjoyed doing it. And yeah, it was just nice and autumnal. I guess it was nice and autumnal. The next thing is lamps lighting a room. So I'm not mad at the moment. I've got my big filming light on me. I'm not mad on big lights being on. I really like little lamps being on in different parts of the room, particularly if you've also got candles on. Just feel like it makes the room so much cozier. And we've got 2 really nice lamps in this room now, and when it's on of an evening, or we're watching telly, or I'm reading, or David's playing a game, it's really nice just to have a really cozy setup with lamp light rather than big light. What do you actually call that? I think you just call it big light. The next one is bright colours. Bright colours is something that I have absolutely embraced this year. When we moved into this new flat this year, bright colours was the order of the day. We've got a bright yellow chair, as I mentioned. We've got a bright green rug. We've got really bright pillows and a bright yellow table, bright green chairs to sit on. Our TV unit's bright green. Christmas theme this year was bright. I have absolutely embraced and loved bright colours this year. They've just been so fun for me, and I've enjoyed wearing bright colours as well. When I was younger, because I've always been a larger sized girl, I was always a bit like, oh, I don't want to draw attention to myself. I've pissed that off this year. I've just been wearing the brightest colours and just having the bestest time. The next thing is also something slightly linked in with fashion, and actually with everything, star print. Stuff with stars or galaxy print or planets or moons. Oh my god, I've been so into that. I got a really gorgeous top from my sister for Christmas, for my birthday, which has got star and moon print on. I got a really nice dress from David. I've got a phone case which has got star print on the back. Just stuff with stars on. I'm all over that. Very nice. The next thing is educating myself, which seems quite vast, and it really is quite vast, but I've really enjoyed sort of like making myself more aware of things which are really important to me. So things like cruelty-free beauty, looking more into that, and going forward, things like cutting back on plastic and fast fashion. I've really enjoyed sort of collecting sources to gain information from them, so be it that documentaries, films, books, articles online, and it's just something I think after I read Educated this year, which is a book about a girl who educates herself in very different circumstances to the ones I'm in, it really made me aware of how much of a gift it is, I guess, to be able to educate yourself in subjects of your choosing. So I had to include that on here because it's just something that I've really been enjoying doing. The next thing is homemade stuff. Now I've got one in view here. David's mum made me this homemade Christmas cactus for my birthday. My cousin has made me some door garlands, which I will definitely be putting on my Instagram. I'm aware that I haven't done that yet. Christmas door garlands, which have got all sorts of different, it's like a T-Rex with a Santa hat on, some presents and candy canes and penguins and snowmen and polar bears, and they just look fantastic. And I just feel like it's so beautiful and wonderful to have things that you have made yourself. Also, this guy, I made him. I've made a few things. Just to have things that are homemade and sort of one of a kind is just a real treat, and just something that I will forever love having. So that's really sort of become a love of mine in the past month when I've been getting ready for Christmas. The next thing is coloured fairy lights, as you can see on this tree. I have included fairy lights before on this list, but my rule up until this year was always white fairy lights, never ever ever brightly coloured ones. Well, this year they fit in so well with the theme. We've got them around the door, around the window here, we've got them in the tree, and I just think they are just so fun and so happy. Coloured fairy lights. I don't think I'll ever go back to white fairy lights now. The next one is a really good audiobook. Now I have been in the very lucky position this year of listening to 2 and 3. I'm on a 3rd really good audiobook. The kind of audiobook where you can't bloody wait to get to it, where I'm really desperate to get on the drive home from work. I'm taking the longer way home so I can listen to it a little bit longer. I'm sat on my sofa at home listening to it just and not doing anything. I'm walking over, like walking somewhere, just walking there just so I can listen to my audiobook. And I have had the real treat of listening to 3 of those books this year. The first one being Lethal White, and then Lethal White by Robert Galbraith, A Keeper by Graham Norton, and at the moment I'm listening to Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson. And it's just really been amazing listening to those audiobooks. I've just absolutely loved them. The next one is David's Company. So I always mention something to do with David because he is my one true love. But David's Company is just one of my favourite things ever, and that's sort of been highlighted this year. David got a new job last year, which was one of my favourite things from last year, and this year he's done a lot of travelling with the jobs. He's gone away a lot and worked away a lot and been away for like 2 or 3 nights at a time, and he is actually away at the moment. I love his company anyway, but when he's not here, I really realise how much I love his company. Even if it's just been like me sitting in my chair reading and he's playing a computer game, or we're both sat in bed reading, or just we're both in the same place. It's just so, like, his presence just makes me so happy. And yeah, so it's just been, I'm very aware of how much I love spending time with him anyway, but when he's been away, I really miss him, so I just know how much I love his company. So that's another thing. The next thing is plants. Plants is something that I've got into this year. When we moved into the flat, my friend Emma got me a plant, which we've got in a plant pot over there. I got a plant for my birthday off my cousin Laura. I've been like sort of buying the odd little succulent and things like that. Laura earlier this year got lots of succulents. Was it earlier this year or was it last year? Reduced succulents in Tesco's that were down to like 60p and they just weren't thriving. I brought them back to life, didn't I? And I've just been really managing to keep them alive, which has been amazing. The next thing is baths, and I cannot believe I haven't mentioned baths. Baths are one of my favourite things of all time. I love a bath. I bath about 5 or 6 times a week. I love them so much. I have a shower in the morning, and then if I get a chance in the evening, I will always have a bath. I love a bath bomb, I love a candle, I love a cup of tea in the bath, I love to read in the bath. I just love having a face mask on in the bath. Just everything about a bath just chills me out and makes me feel blissful. It really is a real wonderful self-care thing that I love to do for myself, and I always feel much better after I've had a bath. I just feel like there's nothing a bath can't do for me. It just makes me feel so much. It can warm me up, it can cool me down, it can calm me down, it can just give me a bit of time to myself. It's just, I just love a bath. My penultimate thing, maybe the most important thing on this list, is chips. And I mean potato, like fries, but chips, any sort of chips. We're talking about your big chunky chips from the fish and chip shop, chips made out of potatoes at home, fries from McDonald's. Just chips are my favourite. I mean, I've always loved chips, but this year, if there is an option to have chips, I'm gonna have those chips there. Delicious. And then the last thing is the Lauren and the Books outfit of the day hashtag that I've been doing on Instagram. Clothes have always been something that I've been super interested in ever since I could sort of dress myself, and when I could buy my own clothes, when I got a job and things like that, I was really keen to put outfits together and things like that, and it's always been something I've loved doing. And then this year, and last year as well, I just started pulling together these outfits and putting a photo of them up on my Instagram account, and really love doing it. When I was living in the old flat, I used to use the wall there, and now I'm doing it a bit more out and about. Minnie's meowing because it's almost dinner time, and the response I've had from them has just been so great. It's just been so nice to hear people say that they love what I'm wearing, or they're a size 16 and they never thought they could wear something like that, and just finding out where things are from and stuff like that. And it's just been a real lovely response I've had to that, and it just makes me just so happy to find that people are enjoying my outfits as much as I'm enjoying wearing them. And that's something that I'm definitely going to be continuing into 2019. I've got a bit of a fashion project that I'm going to go do in 2019, and my outfit of the day post will be very much a part of that. So there we go, in around 20 minutes, my favourite things at the moment, things that I love. I, as I said, love filming these videos. Would love to hear from you guys some of the things that you love, if you agree with me, if you've got things that you've really loved this year or forever. I mean, these are things that I've always, some of these are new things, some of these are things that have been going on and I've been loving forever, but it's just such a nice thing to do. Even if you just sort of sit down, I said this in the video last year, even if you just sit down and write a list of 10 things you love, it just really like just makes you feel so wonderful. So this is one of my favourite videos. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and I will see you all again soon for another Vlogmas video. Goodbye.